Hey guys, long time no see. It's me, your favorite host, Let's Play Dark Souls HD, and welcome back to the expert walkthrough for Dark Souls 2. Now, I know it's been a while, but I've actually been really busy lately. I apologize for not being able to upload quicker, but we're gonna go ahead and jump in to finish up the Shrine of Amana. Fuck this level. That's all I have to say. Oh, come on. You gotta be kidding me. There we go. No, I'm not going near that dude. Do I have any kind of elemental arrows? Because I hate that they can live after barely 2 arrows. That's annoying. Oh yeah, that's much better. Die. Actually, you know what? I don't even know why I'm doing this right now. Because the last couple episodes I uploaded, I was severely sleep deprived, I actually ended up missing a bonfire. So we're gonna go ahead and get that. And next to that bonfire is actually a chest with something that I need in it. So we also need to get that. Okay, from the boss room, we're just gonna head backwards slightly. Not too far. And the other thing is, she actually disappears once you reach the end of the game, which is a dead giveaway as to who the final boss is. It's just a subtle detail that you don't tend to notice unless you're focusing or exploring more. Okay, fuck you. What you got up? Your pain, your game. Okay, this hidden wall leads to this bonfire, and you know what? The reason it slipped my mind is because that bonfire is so useless. It really doesn't have any use. You don't really make any progress in the level from the first bonfire versus that one. Now this is the chest I wanted. It's gonna have goodies in it. Ow! Okay, the Hunter's Black Bow and 20 iron arrows. Now, the first mistake I made in my first playthrough, if you guys remember this starlit moment, was when I actually had too many iron arrows and I couldn't pick up either the bow or the arrows because my inventory was full. And I thought it was some kind of glitch or something. I was like, what the hell? Okay, okay, that was kind of important. Maybe it is a good thing that we came back. But anyway, that's that. Well, let me show this thing off real quick. It has the highest range of any of the bows in the game. It's got a 60. I don't think it has further than the... Okay, it does have further than a great bow, so it does have the furthest range of any bow in the game. It scales with an S in dexterity, but it requires 25. It's kind of steep. But, I mean, it's got higher base attack than the bow, and it's black. It looks way more aesthetically pleasing. And you also hold it sideways when you shoot. Ah! You know what? You are just annoying. Oh my god, that sucked. What a whiff. See, that's the thing about the AI in this game. You always think that they're gonna do regular, aggressive, fast hit, but that's when they do the wind-up charge attack that throws you off. Okay, we're gonna head back to this hellhole. And speaking of awesome stuff, even though we weren't even talking about awesome stuff, that wasn't even the topic. I was actually featured in a Sunlight Blade video, which I find to be pretty damn cool. I don't know how important that is to any of you guys, but to me that's kind of a big deal because his channel is huge. And you just stay over there. Anyways, yeah, Sunlight Blade, he actually featured my gravity kill with Seth against the hacker. And I thought it was really funny because he was bleeping out everything I said, or everything Seth was saying because he's obviously vulgar. But I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, the thing that shocked me was... Oh my god, I hate this part. The thing that shocked me about it was you have to submit your video to him. And I did not submit any videos to Sunlight Blade's channel. I have never once submitted a video to him. So it left me here like, What? Did somebody submit my video to him? But, I don't know. I guess I'll never know for sure. Because it definitely wasn't me. So, that's the strange part. Okay, there's one more over there. I think behind that pillar. Yes! There she is. No, 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 no. Well, whatever, I'll take a hit. At least you're dead. Okay, you want to get rid of them. And before you go stepping out there to get those items, do this first. Light this torch. Get a good idea of where the edge is. And again, this is just, I mean, this is just pro tips that are going to help you in this place. And, I mean, my goal is to help you get through this place as successfully as possible. Lighting the torch, what it'll do is it'll give you a decent view of where the edge is. And watch out for the lizard guys. Oh man, they're a pain in the ass. If you've got a good weapon that can chain into the same direction, like that strong attack, use that. Like, I mean, this is making short work of these guys, because not only is it +3, it's halfway to maxed out, but over halfway actually, but I mean, overall, it's a heavy-hitting weapon. Okay, and then you got one more over here. Ah, that's what I wanted to avoid. I didn't want to go out that far because you've got to worry about this guy. And he's already shooting me. Okay, bring it on. That's the thing about NPCs. They're stupid. Alright. Now, there is only one con to sending an invader hurling over the edge like that. You will miss out on whatever kind of drop they can possibly give you. But seeing as how that guy was obviously a caster, he had absolutely nothing that a quality build such as mine, just double checking there to let you guys see, is interested in. Okay, and remember, the piles of fireflies hovering over the water, those are a dead giveaway as to where the lizards are. You. Go ahead. Okay. See, that was over 1,000 damage in 2 hits. That's when you know you've got a good weapon. Anyways, the reason that I disposed of that invader the way I did is because I really don't want to deal with him. He has incredibly powerful projectile attacks. He has Crystal Soul Spear. He has Dark Orb. He has Dark Hail. He has a lot of really annoying abilities that do a lot of damage and can kill you in 2 hits. What's this? Ooh. Okay, and a Staff of Amana we got. Not bad. I don't need it, but then again, I don't know. I may end up using another Soul Vessel just to play around with different abilities. But, I remember back in the day when I did the Dark Souls Expert walkthrough, there were some people that said that that was their only beef with the walkthrough, with it being, you know, otherwise fairly useful, was they said that I didn't experiment with different playstyles, as in I didn't show how to use, I don't know, miracles and stuff like that. But I mean, I don't know, I sort of believe that stuff is subjective to the person, I guess you could say. So I'm not sure how effective it would be for me to use soul vessels and show different styles of play, but you know what? I'm willing to give it a shot, since people said that that was my only flaw with the Dark Souls Expert walkthrough. That, and to be honest, one other complaint I get is a lot of people say that my PvP in the Dark Souls Expert walkthrough was like scummy, I guess they would say, because I healed a lot and then would talk shit to the invader, and it's just like, come on. You talk shit to invaders, that's what you do. This is Dark Souls. But yeah. What we got over here? I'll take it. Okay. Did we cover that whole area over there? Yep. If I have Sunlight Blade, that means we covered it. Cool stuff. Okay, now I don't know the purpose of this enemy over here. She just kind of sits there. But you can shoot her with a bow over here, because, I mean, I guarantee that'll be when you notice her. But, I mean, there is a way to physically get over to her. which I will show you, and always watch out for this little corner right here. One foot slips off of that edge and you go tumbling down with Davy Jones. Now you can walk partially up on the cliff over here, but I mean, I honestly don't know the point of this enemy. Well, there she goes. I don't know, my first impression of that enemy when I did my first playthrough in this area was, I thought if you forgot her, she might have a direct effect on the boss fight, kind of like the guy up in the room against the Fool's Idol in Demon Souls, but that actually was not the case. Okay, so here we've got our second Milfanito, who is actually beat up. And there is no dialogue. When you activate her, she just leaves. Okay, now this is hands down one of the coolest looking bosses in the game. And what you want against this boss is fire. Lots of fire, especially fire arrows. They are very good for when you don't feel like getting close. And I do believe that slash damage is definitely what you want against this boss. Blunt damage doesn't do that well, and thrust damage does pretty good. It does moderately well, but I would recommend something that does slash damage and hits particularly hard. Anything with fire, to be honest. So I'm going to go ahead and put my charcoal pine resin on. Okay. This is the Demon of Song. As you can see, it is a zombie face inside of a frog. Now what you want to do is you want to bait the attacks, and you want to step back. It has very, very wide range, but once it attacks, you can punish accordingly. Now when you... oh, damn it, I didn't mean to do that. Shit! Why didn't you run, Rock Samurai? Okay. Anyways, before I was interrupted, let him attack. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. You don't want to hit the big exterior out here because obviously you bounce and you do no damage. It is a completely foolproof shield. Now the Demon of Song can do annoying shit like that with crazy reach. However, once you get the exterior, or once you get the interior boss to come out, you wait for it to attack, and you can punish it with as many R1s as you want. Okay, we got like the body slam again. I guess before I kill it, I can show off some of the attacks so that you'll be prepared. Okay, that's like the regular smash attack with both hands. He always goes back into his shell after that. He will reposition himself occasionally like that, and he also has a water projectile attack. Okay, and he also has a nasty jump that he can do. The best way to avoid that is to break lock-on and run to the side, just sprint. And other than that, as you can see, fire arrows do very well against this boss. Now those really heavy slam attacks, like the jump and then the body slam, those are not blockable. Those will always do damage to you. But I mean, as you can see, the fire arrows, they do a lot more damage than bows typically do against bosses. You see if he'll do the hydroplane attack. This is where he slides forward on his belly. Okay, no. He's being boring. But you get the idea. Okay, you get two things from this boss. You get the Demon of Song Soul, and you get the key to the embedded, which we will go use momentarily. And when you exit this boss fight, it's going to take you off into these two separate directions. When you follow the path, you're going to be greeted by the door that takes you to the Undead Crypt, which is actually a really cool level. It's just rather difficult if you're not prepared. but I will show you how to prepare accordingly. And there's this separate rock path over here that's easy to miss. And when you follow it, you will get a chest that gives you magic arrows or bolts. One or the other. Okay, magic arrows. And then when you go up here, you get a bonfire. Okay. Now, there's also a door up here that a lot of people just never figure out how to open. I actually discovered the secret behind opening this door while I was playing with Seth in the same room as him. He was in his human form, and he was not able to get through the door, no matter how much he progressed into the game after this boss fight. I was able to open the door directly after the boss because I was hollow, and that is the secret. We're gonna go take a leap. Oh. Rock Samurai is too strong. FromSoft, please nerf! Okay, so as soon as we go and pick up our souls, we'll be able to open the door. Don't forget to get your souls, though. They're kind of important. Too strong. Please nerf. Alright, and I'm going to tell you why it's worth it to get through this door. And yes, you do absolutely have to be hollow to open it. No matter how many times you try to open it in your human form, it will not work. And you got 3 of these nasty things in here. And what you've got around the corner is another one of those, I guess you would call it a Prowling Magus, since that's what the boss fight is called. It's just like a goat-headed hexer type enemy. Fires really slow, like, I don't know, pathetic hexes at you. Now that one is fast, but it doesn't do any more damage. No, actually what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put on my gold serpent ring, because there's a chance that you can get a drop off of this guy. You will either get the cursed bone shield, or you can get that cool helmet that he's got. What'd I get? Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me. That is the worst feeling in the world. You get a rare drop off of an enemy and it ends up being a shitty consumable. Okay, now this is the location of the final Milfinito.
Who are you? And what do you want from us? Milfinito, that is what we are called. My name? Do you mean our name? We know nothing of the outside world. We sing eternally for those who bear death and dark within themselves. We have been here forever. We know nothing of the outside world, and we do not need to.
How could you know there is an outside world then, huh?
The little ones were born from the great dead one. And the great dead one taught us song. We have sung ever since, to comfort those bound by death and dark. This is what we were taught. You silenced that cursed singing. Please accept these as a thank you.
Well, thanks.
Do you seek comfort too? You poor thing. Take this at the very least.
Well, you listen here, honey. I'm 104k deep in souls. I ain't poor. That is all you can do. Okay. Now this altar, not only does it look really cool and disturbing at the same time, but it actually has a particularly awesome use. I have 29 effigies, so I can become human quite a few times if I need to, but this is particularly for people who are having a very rough journey through the game. If you have no effigies because you either misused all of them, or because you keep dying and having to use them, and summoning people and failing to kill the boss, or whatever your issue is, if you are tight on effigies and you have 0, not 1, 2, 3, or 29, but 0 effigies in your inventory, you can pray to this altar and it will make you human. Obviously, it's not going to do anything for me because I'm rich with effigies, but either way, she gives you a divine blessing, and if you continue to exhaust her dialogue, she will give you a smooth and silky stone, which is good for trading with the crows to get something nice. So, there's this collapsed room under the steps with a soul item. Or, no, that's a fire seed, never mind. I always think that's going to be a soul of a proud knight. I mixed that staircase up with the one in Brightstone Cove that has the soul of a proud knight under it. Okay. Now, if you walk straight ahead, you're just going to die. There's nothing out there. You can see where the blood stains stop at the edge of the water. It's just a drop. But both sides of this staircase have items. This is a particularly useful katana called Manslayer. It has a lot of poison and high dexterity scaling. That, and it looks wicked. It's like a camo green type color. The blade actually looks toxic, if I can get a good look at it. Okay, this game is being really difficult with me right now. There, that's about the best look I can give you. I think it looks pretty cool. I mean, it's got decent base damage. The Uchi starts out with 115, this one starts out with 153, and they have the same scaling, but slightly higher stat requirements on this, and it has 67 poison, whereas the Uchi does not have any kind of poison on it. This thing only starts with a 95, but it has a higher scaling. There is one issue with the Manslayer, though, in that it needs Twinkling Titanite to upgrade, which is a pain in the ass. Twinkling Titanite is, well, I don't know. I'll venture to say it's more annoying to get than Titanite chunks. And Titanite chunks are a pain to get. So make sure you hug the wall right there when you get to this chest, because you're just surrounded by a drop to your death, and you get a bonfire ascetic. Now, to some people, they're going to go through their whole game and not find a single use for those things, but later in this playthrough, I will specifically, in an example where I need to use it for this build, I will explain to you the amazing and infinite value of the bonfire ascetic. We'll save that for a little later, though. And you'll notice that every time you get near them, they stop singing. Which, to me, I have no issue with that, because the singing is not quite as peaceful, in my opinion, as it is to others. I think it's a little annoying. Okay. So now we get to go to the Undead Crypt. Which, I mean, this, all you have to do is kill yourself and become hollow to get through that door. So it's really not too much of a sacrifice, especially if you have effigies at your disposal. And even if you don't, I mean, that you're gonna be able to be human afterwards anyway. But now we get to go to the Undead Crypt. That's just a really decent side area. You get a really good katana out of it. You get a fire seed in case you're trying to upgrade your pyromancy flame. And you also get a bonfire ascetic. You get a couple decent items from the Milfanito as well. Now, once we get down here to the Undead Crypt, I'm not going to start right away on the level. We're actually going to warp back to Drangleic Castle, because we picked up this. The key to the embedded. It is literally a keyblade. I mean, it's got a Claymore moveset. Well, Drangleic Sword moveset, we'll say that. So it's got that weird whippy type combo that I don't really like. But, yeah. And I'm not sure if you can upgrade this thing either. And I'm fairly certain that you cannot. Okay, when you get here, I'll go on this side first, since there's an item. And if you look through the wall, You can barely see the bonfire in there. Okay. To Drenlet Castle we go. We'll go to the central castle right before the Mirror Knight boss fight. And if you guys remember the location of the embedded, it is actually straight up top at the end of the elevator. Oh, this takes forever. Now, you don't have to have this thing equipped when you use it, but I just like having it equipped anyway. It seems more cinematic if you do that. I'll switch out of these since they're not going to make a difference down here. Oh, Tisk, Tisk. Such a cool looking weapon. Too bad it's terrible. Okay. I just like jam it in his face and don't even care. Well, I probably should have read the description of that thing, but I remember I've actually not been focusing too heavily on lore in this playthrough. Maybe that's why I didn't think about it. I'll be honest with you guys, I don't like the lore in this game nearly as much as the first Dark Souls. That's what they all say, baby. Okay, and she gives you the Ring of the Dead, which is an interesting ring, be it useful. Useless, actually. I'm not even going to say it's useful. It says, keep human appearance even when hollow. So even if you're dead, you put this ring on, and it'll make you look human. I don't know of any particular use for it, in 100% honesty. But, oh, whatever. To each their own. And there she goes. This is the worst elevator music I've ever heard. Just saying. Come on. Any day now. Okay, this is close enough. So now, we're going to take a quick trip to Majula Oblongata. And we're going to see if there's anything in particular we can do besides level up, because I don't feel like carrying 104k on me. Always with this Bearer of the Curse crap. Okay, I can level up 3 times, but I'm going to level up twice so I can have souls to buy stuff. I may as well just do 2 points of dex. Why not? Okay, do I have any kind of sublime bone dust or shards? Does not look like I do. Oh, I've got these, though. I can go trade those in. I've got a shard. Never mind. Oh. It's maximized. I think it's because I used... No, maybe not. I don't know. Oh well. Okay, let's see if we can upgrade. No, I need 2 more for that. Let's see. I need chunks for that. Okay, they nerfed those. I don't give a damn about these anymore. I do want to upgrade this, though. Okay, can I buy shards? Nope. Of course not. You.
Well.
I need... Okay, yeah, she upgraded her stock. Nice. I can get poison and bleed stones from her. Now, that's what I was going to say before about the Manslayer Katana, is if you're going to use it, you may as well poison infuse it, because otherwise the poison buildup isn't quite potent enough to get people under most circumstances. They usually become wise to the poison and up their dodge against you, but if you can poison infuse it, based on your stats and the way they scale, you can get a really good poison bonus with it based on your stats, and you can get people in like 3 hits. It's pretty cool. But I'm going to take 5 of these, and I'm going to take 4 of these. Because you need 6 of each kind. You need 6 Titanite shards, 6 large Titanite shards, and then 6 Titanite chunks, and then a slab. That's what it takes to max a weapon out, so intervals of 6 is going to be your best friend. Get them up to +6, and I think I really want to start upgrading this Uchi Katana because it's good. It's like super good. It's a great sword. Not literally it's a katana, but you guys know what I mean. It is a good sword.
Okay.
So I may as well rinse and repeat. 6 of these. Oh, just enough. Just enough. But then again, I have soul items. I don't know what I'm worried about. Oh, damn it. I'm broke. Let's pop these. Okay, we have 6 bonfire aesthetics. I'm particularly pleased to see that, because we'll have good use for them. Okay, and the Demon of Song Soul, you can make a whip that is poison-based and has high dex scaling. It's decent if you power stance them, because you can get poison buildup that is unreal. But it's not something I'm particularly interested in. I might break out the old whip if I feel like using a whip, and that's about it. Because that thing has really high base damage. Okay. I think that's about it. Trying to think if there's anything else that I really need to do. I don't think there is. Okay. Back down to the Undead Crypt. And look at all these DLC bonfires that you're not going to get to see in this expert walkthrough. I'm going to save those for another series. Alright guys, well that was the Shrine of Amana. We will be revisiting the Shrine of Amana for a secret later after we complete the Undead Crypt. We're going to run into a very iconic face that's been spoken of many times in this playthrough. We're finally going to get to meet them face to face after hearing so much about them and killing their best friend, or right-hand man, so to speak. But that is all the time that I have for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for watching, as always. I have been your faithful host, LPDarkSoulsHD, and I will see all of you in the next video. See ya!